All right. What were we on yesterday? Oh, yeah, the lock on. That's what we were doing. So let's give it a shot. Let me just make sure everything's in place from when I turned it off. Because it said there was an import work error. I'm not sure. So let's see what happens. Everything should be good. We should get our roll going. Should have a lock on. Like a Souls. We'll fix the roll. We'll go do that in Blender in a minute. Should have 3 attacks. All with root motion. Should have a jump, roll, unlock, and then these should be ragdolly. Whack! Oh yeah, he's got 200 health. Whack! 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 This is actually coming along really good, man. I'm happy with it. I love building video games. It's fun. Yeah, I'm just overlooking all the stuff that I had from before. See if we can repurpose anything. What does that say down there? I know exactly which animation that's on. Yeah, I'm trying to get like a sword swing particle. I can't get it to work. I was trying to do it by a script. Because I only want it to trigger, right? So I might actually have to, I don't know if I have to add an animation event for that. Like, I'm really not sure. Well, this orbit was for a fight controller, for like an arena. So like maybe there's a boss fight and it'll just switch to like a different level camera. And also we have to go into Blender and get some clothing done here. Which is easy to do right off the character anyway. And then I gotta open Substance Painter and just get some stuff into the level to play with. Because we're gonna code up an elevator, I think would be a good thing. But I also want to try playing with the weight on the enemy slightly before we get into doing that. So, and then, oh, actually what we should do is just kind of bake the nav mesh and see if we can get the enemy to come attack us would be the next thing we need to do. Yeah, I have a little note on a whole list of things that I'm looking at. What else do we have to do? It says we have to fix, I don't even know what that says. Yeah, so okay, so let's do that then. So maybe, so we got the enemy all good to go. Maybe just tune up the ragdoll a little bit on that. All right, so. Yeah, we're gonna make a script. Well, it's already part way done anyway. So it's we're gonna do something like with a radius that detects the player. But I kind of want. I don't know if I want to do it by a radius because if like the character's turn has his back turned, I don't want him to see it. I don't want it to be like one of those games like unless you're making noise or something like that. So I'm just trying to think how I would handle that. So it'd probably be by a cone or maybe even have its own camera. But that might take a lot of data. And I think that would be a very stupid idea. I have a feeling that cameras in Unity had a big problem at the end. I've never been to the end with something, so I can't say for sure. I know what that error is, don't worry. Yeah, I'll open the chat here in a minute. Just give me... Now I'm forgetting what the fuck I was doing. Thanks, guys. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Oh, God, I already forgot what I was doing. All right. We'll just do it by a radius for now. Oh. Yeah, and I think I have to go into the enemy animator there and add a walk animation to it. So let me find it. So let's open it. We have the stagger, we have the blend tree, and we have a walk. So we're good to go on that. So let me just check again on this. Okay, we got speed. Is dead. Yeah, so I gotta take that little script that we got here. Yeah, this is really, really damn small. Yeah, it's just a little AI. It just tells the AI to start walking toward or to the player when we get into a certain distance. Let me find my damn scripts folder. So we need to go here, and what we'll do is we'll just call it AI start. And then I'll have to update the enemy health script too, so I'll do that. I got 3 monitors, bro. I got a lot of them. It actually kind of hurts my head. Like that. Oh, shoot, it was the hotkey again. So we're going to do a set destination. So it'll be, so it does have the float velocity dot magnitude, I think would be the good one. Hash speed. So let's see, 1F. Let's see what happens. And then, yes, the enemy health script, of course. It's the enemy health script. Which line does it say? 3842. Oh, minimum value. I think it has something to do with that. So here, let me open that. Where the hell is it? There you are. So line 3842. Oh, take damage, float amount, hit point, hit direction. So let's go like this first and see what that does. 34. So now it's ragdoll get component, ragdoll controller, and then the animator. So that is now 38. Minimum value 42. Oh, we were just missing some quotation. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it should recompile here in a second. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's a way to turn that off, I think, until you're ready to run the project. But trust me, I tried that once because I was tired of that thing happening. So, now we have to add a nav mesh. So, yes, we need to find our enemy. We'll just do enemy 1 to start. See how this works with the ragdoll. I just hope it doesn't, like, get all floppy on me. Unity's bad with this stuff, man. So we need to add a nav mesh agent. So let me just close all this before I get mind-numbingly confused. Mesh agent, and then we need to do the surface. Do you add the circle thing? Yeah, it's a little off, but that should be okay. And then we need to add the script to the root of our enemy. So where's our AI script? Oh, there it is. Okay, we got the player transform, and then it's animator. Okay, so we have a radius here. So when it's, okay, yeah, I'll push the player back a little bit. When the player enters this radius, he'll come in. And then he'll stop here. That's what that's for, by the way. So he's going to come into that radius. So once I enter this, but what I'm going to do is kind of make it more pizza shaped. That way, if you're within radius of his eyes, you know? It's like something like that. No, it probably won't walk. Watch, I'll show you. It probably wouldn't even work. We haven't baked the nav mesh. I think that's the only thing we got to do now. Oh, yeah, and then tag the player as a player unless we haven't. Yeah, I'll show you. So we got a roll. I got a target. So if you press tab, you can target. We got some attacks. He's got health. So whack. Hit number 1. Whack. 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 Yeah, we'll clean up the animations. It's all about swapping them out now. That's the fun part. So you get to go make animations. I could theoretically just make a game out of what I have here if I can just make it look good, yeah? Anyway, let's do our nav mesh now. So we have our script now. I have to do Reading a Unity guide on how to do this better. Because every time I bake a nav mesh, I get like these squares on things, especially objects like Pro Builder objects. I find the nav mesh never bakes on top of them. So I'm actually just trying to do this before I do that because I know. So let me save it. Okay. So he is saying just do it normally. See the results and tune it down. So we need to go to Window, AI, Nav Mesh, Navigation. Oh Lord, this is where I always get. Where's the bake thing? What happened? Oh, we need to add, I think, an add nav mesh agent to the terrain. What am I doing? Yeah, that's what we need. I'm just hoping it goes over the bricks. So this is the technically here. You know what? We'll just select the bricks. All right, cool. Yeah. So I'll just put it on that maybe. So just get a nav mesh surface, and then humanoid walkable. All right, let's bake it. See what happens. See what I mean? That always happens. Always. The little square right there. Something's off. No, that turned out all right. Oh yeah, finally. See what I mean? Like it's a little weird. Is there like grab points I can edit? It's gonna be little points. Anyway, let's give it a shot and see what happens. So immediately when we start, the enemy should just be walking towards us, and he should. Oh yeah, we didn't. I'm an idiot. I forgot to set the animator. Nothing will probably happen. Yeah, I was right. Anyway, yeah, let's go back. So I need to go to the enemy. We need to go down. We need to find the player. Drop them in there. And then the animator. Oh, dear. I think that's the right one. It's either that or the damn player. I can't remember. I think it's looking for the enemy animator, though. So let's see what happens. Oh, there he goes. Hey, it's running the wrong way. Get off. Here, we'll target him. What? Nice, bro. Knife mesh works. We got AI going. That's the fun part. Damn, I love ragdoll. I love Unity for its ragdoll system. Just how easy it is to do things. Seriously, like I strongly suggest everybody start with Unity. It's a really good engine. There's a good Facebook group too that has a lot of very talented people in it. Some games, man, I'm just blown away that they're even made in Unity. Sometimes I'm real shocked. Pretty fucking insane. Yeah, we can rebake the. So let's see if we can actually tune that up a little bit. So something's not keeping the orientation. It could have something to do with rote motion on the enemy. So let me go look at the animator here real quick. It's got root motion. Yeah, for some reason he starts turned. He chases us backwards. It works though. That's the most important part that I wanted to get done. So that was quick. It's a really tiny script. Where is it? Oh. That's it. That's just how basic that stupid thing is, you know? It's like it's really not honestly usable at the moment, but so let's see, how can I get him to keep his position forward? It should just know that already. Oh no, so it would be C. Oh no. All right. I have heard of it. That cursor thing I was looking at, it looks pretty cool, man. I don't know what it is though. Like I was looking at it, I still couldn't tell. Is it just an IDE? Like I really don't know. Oh, that stock app that I was making, and that thing's a piece of crap, man. Yeah, I don't like the FinHub API. It's not the best because the thing is with APIs and stuff is a lot of APIs charge subscriptions for like the good one, you know what I mean? Especially if you're gonna make a stock app, you kind of want to have the best and quickest results, you know? So yeah, I was just updating that stupid AI script. So now I'm gonna tell him to keep the position. You should keep it. So we're gonna go quaternion.look rotation. That should fix that problem there. So quaternion. Such a string. Every time I see that, it reminds me of Captain Quark from Ratchet and Clank. What is this? Update 1.110. I think it had something to do with my Blender add-on. Yeah, he should face forward now when he chases us. We'll see. Should just follow the position of when he started. Or it's capsule collider by... Oh, that's probably why. He probably is going forward. I just have the character spun the wrong way. That could be too. Let's see what happens. Yeah, he's definitely backwards. Yeah, he's definitely backwards. I know it. I know it's wrong. Hooah, hooah. Oh, I got a bug. Check that out. I can jump while I'm rolling. That's actually kind of cool. Huh. I wonder. Oh, you know what would be really, really cool, man? If you could dive roll and then like right at the peak of your next like roll, like when you're on your back, if you jump again, you'll do another like roll, you know? Like a quick roll. That could be a cool thing to try. I think we're gonna try that eventually. I need to write that down there. Whoosh. Oh, I missed him. I missed. Bam. Dead. Okay, so the capsules are backwards. That's what's the problem with our character. And he's backwards. So what I need to do is take the dummy. And that should fix our problem. Yeah, because when I put them in by default, they're all facing the same direction. I think I just had it the wrong way. Yeah, there we go. Oh, damn, that's smooth, man. Yeah, dude, that quaternion worked well. Oh my god, that worked so well. Yeah, that worked a lot better than I thought. And he went over the still. That worked a lot better. Oh, he's gonna get me. Jump. What? Oh shit, I almost crashed. Back, demon. Whack. Got him, boy. Oh, that's so cool, man. I'm really happy with that so far. Sweet, man. Yeah, once you get it, I always recommend start with Mixmo animations and use them, man. They're motion capture data, or use your phone in Rococo AI, the studio. It's the website. You upload your video to it, and it'll take the mocap data from it, and it'll give you a skeleton. Yeah, just from your phone or your webcam. Just film a video of yourself. You can do it that way. Or just take a Mixmo animation and reanimate it, you know? Change its position, delete some keyframes here. Make the new arm position. That's how I made that roll. It's a shitty roll, but it'll look a lot better when we're done. So anyway, let me start this too. So let's go into here. We're going to go into edit, make sure face select mode is on. So let me actually get rid of these. Oh, no, redo, redo, redo. Yeah, there we go, that's better. Something like that, you know? And then what we'll do is we'll go Shift D. Then we're going to go P. Whoops. Alt S. We're going to scale this up. Something like that. And then what we're going to go is P loose parts. Okay. Now we're going to go to edit again. First, we got to select our armor. Edit. Alt. Subdivide a few times. Sculpt. Okay, now we have an armor set of some kind for now. And now we need to go to search, solidify. And clean those edges up in ZBrush or something too. So now what we can do is sculpt. Some plate mail. You didn't know you could do that, eh? Yeah. Do a lot in Blender, man. It's God complex software. Yeah, we don't need too much ab in this at all. We'll go down there and fix that. As long as we got the start to some kind of jacket, you know, as long as I got something to work on in the morning, I'll be happy. Yeah, I can fix all these edges very easily. Use sculpting, or you could use VDBs or something like that as well. Okay, so that's good news. So now we could do an elevator. I think an elevator would be like a lifting platform just to get that crap out of the way. So when I do start building, I can build like a circle or whatever, add my script to it, and it'll lift you up and down. Simple, right? The problem I'm having with that is maybe that single piece needs its own nav mesh agent. I don't know if that's how that works. I've never figured out how elevators would work in Unity. Because I know if I bake the terrain the way it is now, it might add a blue thing to it, but I'm not sure if it's going to let it be animated, alright? It might just have to work off of a collider, but that means no enemies can be on the elevator. That's all that means. So. Which is fine. So yeah, for example, if I wanted to, I could go into here, and we could go to clothing, right? And we got all these brushes. I forgot to update my sub, so we can even get chainmail if we really wanted to. So you see, we can kind of paint it. What we need to do is enable dynamic topology. Skirt that down. A little better. Skirt that down. Much better. Then what we can do is go to tool. Then we can go down to texture. Stencil. We could stencil. Actually, you know what? That might actually work better. View plan. Oh, yeah, I'm an ass. Yeah, I'm probably gonna delete it all anyway. I just want to get some testing done, see how well that actually worked. I had a good plan last night. I'm gonna probably use VDVs and alphas for that. I have a tutorial on Blender if you want to learn how to make a brush and store it. Like, for example, I have some of my own brushes in here. Right here, Moon. Like, if I were to take this and drag this... Oh, shit. I might crash. Yeah, like, for example... Oh, if there's a high resolution, you'd get the damn point. But, alright, anyway, let's move on. Yeah, I kind of want to go back on all that crap right there. Figure that shit. Oh, I poked myself in the eye really hard. Oh. Ow. Oh. Shit, now everything's blurry. Oh, that surprisingly actually worked. Yeah, I was playing Path of Exile earlier. Yeah, I'm doing that Mirage season. I'm not a big fan of it, man. I'm not gonna lie. That season's like, so... I don't know what it is with Path of Exile and these damn seasons. They don't make any sense. They're always the same freaking thing. It's always these stupid, oh, they're just dotted around the map things. You know, little teleportals or whatever the hell you want to call them. Yeah, I need to make this tiled. That's what I'm trying to do. I made a mistake. Because when it's tiled, it'll be tiled next to each other and it won't overlap. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. It's just with this dynamic topology, it takes a while to go back. So if I go to tiled, like for example... Oh, that is that. Oh, sorry, there's anchoring that's on. And we're not on the right chainmail. There we go. Tiled. Now see if I click below it, see how they're joined together. I'll probably add like a leather brace that goes up. So this would be like the high padding. So I'm trying to think where my rib cage is. So my breast be here. So that'd probably be about here. So I think I even went up a little too far. Yeah, right about where that side is. Let's get rid of this side. But yeah, that's one way you could do it, you know? To get your chainmail on there. And then what you could easily do is go into your clay strip. Oh yeah, let me turn off dynamic topology. This way shit ain't lagging all over the place. You can add it. I always just use the blob and sculpt it or shape it. So you could add the rim around the collar. I don't know, something like that. See what I mean though? That you can make your start making your armors. And then what you could do is take your pole tools. Where the hell are they? There's our density. I was looking for that yesterday. What is relax pinch? I've never seen that. Oh, weird. What is that even doing? Relax slide. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's real nice. I like that. Okay. Kinda. I like the snake hook better. What is with all these pull things? There's so many pull. Pinch, nudge, pose. Oh, yeah. Oh, weird. Yeah, that thing's strange. I've never found use for that. Maybe for fingers once in a while when I'm doing action figures. That thing has saved me like once in like 10 years. Here's my snake hook. This is my favorite tool. Everyone loves snake hook. Look at this thing, baby. Look at that. Do a lot with snake hook. Yeah, we messed the armor up. This is just test armor anyway. I'm just showing you that you can make the armor from a just basic character, right? And then you can just export it into substance, which I should have done to save it. As you see now, you have an armor set. Except I don't like the back on this, so there's a knight that's actually on Mixamo. I recommend you download that one and then just etch your own details over that armor, because it is just a basic plate of armor. With the little, it's thick enough, you know? It's like, it's enough. It doesn't have this dumb arch on your back. What you could also do is just kind of sculpt your Mixamo character as well, you know? Something stupid like that, like blob it. Kind of fix the, see now? It's kind of fixed. That would look really good with the clothing. Something like that. That way when you do mesh the clothing together, it does stay a little bit more flush than directly on the skin. So if you think if it's directly touching the skin, it might actually clip through in certain things. So it might be better to do that. That way your back actually has room inside. So I would do that. You probably thicken your muscles too, you know? You do whatever you want. Anyway, let's get this elevator done here, so. How are we going to start this one? All right. So let's go. Lift. Now make it switch active. I'll make a little space so we can add a switch to it. So you can hit a switch and an elevator will come down, or a button on the elevator that you we'll make it a trigger to test it. So you just enter the trigger, it'll lift you up. And then it'll stop there unless you get off out of the trigger and then re-enter the trigger again to go back down. So it'll keep checking to make sure the player is in there. I don't know if I need a ground check or something like that. I'm really not sure. Yeah. So we need to get our lift script here. We're going to start. Okay, so we need. So let's see here. I have an old elevator script from the rally game we were working on. I just don't know if it's going to work. So we need to do an I enumerator. Go. Then I want while, and then we'll go T1F, and then we'll go yield return. No. Then we'll go transform the position to is moving on draw gizmos. need to go here. Hold on. Yeah, and then we need to go actor 3 top equals application and transform position. All right. Oh, what the hell? What the hell happened? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Something's wrong. Yeah, it's a really it's small too. Watch, you'll see. It's a very small script too. I just did something wrong already. Here, hold on. Yeah. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do that, the basic trigger. Yeah. Yeah, sure too. Here, hold on. Right here. So we got right side. So right here we can actually set in the inspector, so we can actually set how high we want the thing to go, which is really nice. So it's good. So it doesn't, you don't have to just make different scripts for each platform to go to a different height, you know, it's not fucking 1980. You got the distance. Yeah, it's simple, you know. So just control save. And we'll give it a test. We should just be able to make an empty platform, and then we just got to assign its trigger into it. So it should work. We'll bring the enemy with us and see if we can get him on the elevator. It'd be pretty funny. So let's just go, I don't know, cylinder. What is with the collider on it? I have never seen that. Why does it have a capsule? Oh yeah, it's cylinder. I'm an idiot. What am I talking about? I never use cylinders in Unity. It's funny. I don't think there's ever a chance that I've ever used one of these in anything. I don't like this damn low poly shape to it. I like a subdivided one. So here, let's see. Damn it, I already forgot. Oh yeah, the elevator. So let's put that in there. So there's the collider. So now we need to add, just make an empty collider of some kind. So let's do... Yeah, so, yeah, I was just messaging somebody. So we're just going to put it right on the platform. So let's just do that. So now let's go and add box collider. Let's raise it up. Something like that. Then we set it as a trigger. I think I'm doing that right. Should be its own. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. What the hell am I thinking? Yeah, that's how we do it. So let's go in here. We're just gonna create an empty. Let's call. Just gonna follow it anyway. So just to be safe. That way the night can go smooth and I don't have to break things in my computer. Right? Simple. So now we click the cylinder, we can just drag that on. Whoops, whoops, oops. Whoa. There we go. Alright, so now when we step on that bad boy, we should be able to go up in the air. So let's go give it a try. Oh yeah, he'll chase us. Dead, boy. Oh yeah, the elevator. I'm getting carried away again. I have fun, man. It's fun doing things you make. Alright, so let's go on it. Oh dear, something's happening. Oh, it's this stupid bubble collider. It's a capsule collider. Yeah, that's what's going on. It wouldn't let me jump on it. As long as we enter it, it'll lift. Oh yeah, you're right. It actually might fall. I had a mesh collider to it. That'll work way better, but it should just still rise up. For some reason, it's not fucking going anywhere. Well, the AI went on it. That's a good sign. Not quite sure why. Maybe it's a tag I'm missing or something like that. It's likely something stupid. I'm just reading it. I think I did something wrong here. The fuck? Yeah, I gotta fix something. That is. It's not wrong. Let's change it. Oh, yeah, you know what? That's probably true. I didn't think about that. Where the fuck did the platform go? Let's make it kinematic. I think it shot off into the sky or something. I don't know. Stupid platform. Nothing. So. Yeah, so we got to do the overlap box method then. So let me go back to the elevator lift. Yeah, I just got to place the line in there. Something right there. Oh, what the hell is that? Autopilot. Get the hell out of here. There, now I can see better. Yeah, I have one monitor that takes straight down, you know? If you take another monitor and you just flip it. and then put it into portrait mode. It actually works really well. Yeah, so we just did the overlap box method for it, so this should work now. Just make sure my player is set to player. Oh, that could be why too. Go back to my cylinder and just make sure that is on there. Get rid of this rigid body. So the trigger will be this collider. I should have just used the one that's already on it. I don't know why I didn't. That could be what's going on. Let's kill this guy first. Get out of here. Bam. Come on, baby. Give me juice. Oh, it goes up. Nice. We got an elevator. Okay, cool. So next thing we're going to do. So I don't need this capsule collider. I'm going to add. I could add another box, but I think I'm just going to go mesh. We're going to make it convex. Try that. Now we can stand on it. Yeah, we got an elevator now. I just hope it doesn't keep going up into the sky. I can't die at the moment anyway. I think. I do have a health script, so. Nice, bro. Let's see what happens. Can the enemy get me? Oh, good. He's not, like, floating or something stupid. It kind of almost feels like The Witcher when I'm doing that. It's actually kind of cool, man. We're actually getting somewhere really, really good. We're getting somewhere far. A lot farther than most people get on a game. That's for certain. Yeah, I got all the tools to make a game. I got all the skills to make a small game. For sure. Let me just go into Substance Painter is the best with Unity, man. It really is the industry standard. It's so easy to get your materials into Blender with Substance. Because they have a direct export option for Unity. It exports in like 3 maps, and you just create a material, drag your 3 maps on it, done. You just apply it, and it's always scaled correctly. Love it, man. This is the shit that I always have problems with, these damn nav meshes. I guess we could override it. No, but that's cool, man. We got a new enemy in there. I don't need that other enemy. He's our test. Get rid of him. Nice, dude. Screenshot that for the Unity group. Always, I update my progress. It's like a portfolio. I do that even with 3D print work, everything. Years and years, every day. I just progress. It's good to show, man. Yeah, you know, I wouldn't recommend that if you're looking to get into the industry. I would recommend that you start with Maya. And I'm being honest with you, Maya isn't that complicated. It's not that far. If you're already a Blender user and you've been using Blender for a few years, trust me, you'll feel at home when you open Maya 26. I can probably show it to you tomorrow if you want. We'll do a little animation in that. It'd be fun. Maya has some incredible tools. It's just a few things. It reminds me a lot like Blender, though. Like, I found right when I opened it, I could figure it out. Except for adding keyframes. It's a little tricky. Yeah, I don't like the tediousness to it, you know? I wish you could just, like, grab a certain, just drag it somewhere, you know? Unity makes that possible. Yeah, so we got, start to all of that. And we got an elevator. And we just gotta make a level, man, and add some attacks to the enemy here. Done. Oh, and make enemies, of course. Or we can call him our companion. Let's see if we can get him on the elevator. Oh, I left him. Here, let me go and code that so it comes back. Here, let me go. If I exit it for a certain amount of time, it'll come back to us. So let's do that. So it'll be like that, and then All right. Oh, geez. Okay, thank God for that. I got a cert. What is it called there? Yeah, I just turned something off that I didn't want. Well, I got an Ableton push. I was trying to keep the thing. So I'm just reading over this. Yeah, so now it should just come back down after not being on the platform for 2 seconds. So let's try that, and let's just throw that in. All right. And then save. And look. Good. All right. Yeah, I should hide that. I didn't know that was labeled that. That's actually really funny. What is it? Oh! I'm sorry, I didn't realize that it was labeled that. If anyone's watching, I should have changed that. Yeah, that's me getting frustrated. That's the everyday Unity. Yeah, I couldn't figure out fucking why the piece of crap wasn't working the way I wanted it to. Then I realized that Blender just sucks with exporting. Well, the thing, it doesn't. It's the way that Unity reads. It can't read all the nodes, the procedural nodes that you have in Blender. So Substance usually is better because it's so easy to paint in layers, you know, and layer textures into one or the other. What was it exactly we just did? Oh yeah, sorry, we did the elevator. So let's rename this now. We'll make it done by a switch, and we'll make a switch animation. We'll make a switch, and then we'll animate it. We'll add like, it just needs a root position bone, and then just the switch. That's what you need. And maybe, like, in between it, like, a little bit of a moving texture to show that it's kind of sliding over the other. Anyway. Yeah, so now we have a return delay. So let's just put that 3 seconds and see what happens. Yeah, I don't know why it does that with that circle. I'm not sure if that's normal. Come on. Ah, crap. Oh, nice, dude. So let's just stay on it, see if it goes back down. Nice, stays on. Should go back down now. Cool. Whack. Whack. Yeah, we have a lock on too, like a Souls-like lock on. See if I hold sideways and just run, you'll run around him. Oops, that's because I clicked on the outside. Yeah, we'll make way better attacks. Yeah, that's cool, man. We're making really good progress today, man. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm stoked, man. We got elevator. Now we can make like an elevator chef. Like, for example, let's try that. So let's go. I might need to use Pro Builder for that. Editors. Geometry. Create shape. Something like that, you know? Then cut the door somehow. Edit shape. Anyway, yeah, just pretend I had that damn wall off of it. It's probably easier just to make that in Blender and then remesh it or retexture it in Substance. Let me just lift it up and put it over, and I'll show you. We can go up like the elevator shaft, you know? Like a Dark Souls game. Look at that, everybody. I'm a lot further than Pirate Software. And it's been like what, 12 days, and look how much we've done in a day. Great, great. I'm joking. You gotta give people credit where it's due. I can't make pixel 2D art at all. That's what I wanted to do when I first started doing this, man. I wanted to make a pixel game. I envy people that know how to do anything regarding pixel art. It's actually quite an impressive skill, no matter who you are. Anyway. Yeah, I can change the height of it while we're in the game. That's fine. Oh, there's the pen right there at the side. I could have used that there. Bam, bam. Okay, so let me find our elevator. Height. Oh yeah, you can zoom in. Oh, you didn't go very high. I might actually have to reset it. I'm not even sure how high that is, you know? It's like... Oh, there we go. Yeah, I forgot to add an inspector. There you go. So this cube is the height. So this is where it's going to stop. So I did that so you could tell where this is in the editor. Because one thing I never liked about you... Yeah, you can do that with everything, man. I always say add a visual inspector. Just draw a gizmo for it. That's all that is just a drawing gizmo. It's a line with a cube, you know? It just tells you where it's going, you know? It's nice, so, because, like, if you click anywhere else in the scene, like, you can't see anything, right? Like, I can make that visible even when we have it deselected, so you can see everything in your level so much easier. So, that's how high everything is gonna go. So, now let's do it. Yay, I forgot I did that. That's good. Yeah, right there, gizmo color, cyan, whatever you want to call it. Come on, pal. Yeah, I'll fix the ragdoll. Make it look real good when it's done. You can zoom out. You can zoom in if you want. I got it all, baby. Here we go. Cool, eh? No falling animation. Now it should come back down after 3 seconds. So hit a switch. Sick, man. I'm happy. Yeah, they were gonna do a cool animation with a bunch of chains that come down with it, you know? That'd be really cool. Chains that got pulled up or something. Chains are fun to work with. I'll fix the culling so the camera doesn't clip through that as well. Oh, cool. And I can't roll while falling. I gotta add that falling animation in there. I want to see if you can tab onto dead bodies. Yeah, I gotta fix that too. Yeah, see how I'm locked on right now, and it's locked on to like the ghost of his root position. So this is a bug already. So what that's telling me is when he was ragdolled, he left his root position. So I was kind of hoping that it would just stay with it. Technically, his root position is right where I'm standing. That's where the character was before he initiated ragdoll. And that's why it's centered there, because it's centered over the parent rather than the actual object itself. So when what I found the best way to do a root motion game where your attacks actually carry your motion is just to put it directly on the character. Don't create an empty and then add your player into the empty. Just put it onto that. So you have your basic character, you know, your mesh package, and then you got the actual mesh inside that. I don't recommend like you take the Mixamo animation and then make another empty and then put this into there. That's where you're going to get problems with the root motion, because when the character jumps, he's going to be leaving his root motion behind, and then at the end of the animation, he'll teleport back, instantly back. Instead of that orange root motion being carried, and then you get regain control at the end of the attack. If you don't do it right, he will just do the animation and then teleport back to the start instead of just jumping, landing, and then you can continue walking. So, that's one key trick to how I learned how to do that. Is don't add that to it in any empty at all. None. Don't do it. trust me, it'll work really well for you. And another thing I want to show you too. So another thing I highly recommend if you're looking to do like a Monster Hunter style, you know, really dramatic animated game, you know, something where you have to anticipate your attacks. Where's the animations? So, enable your root motion, but leave your transform position XZ off. That's the best way to do it. And then change it to original. All of them, change them to original. So everything's original to your animation. So if yours says something like body orientation, or here if it says to feet, feet can work really well too. But if you're using like a collider like I'm doing for the character controller, that's already going to be the feet anyway. So you may as well just do it that way. But if you wanted the walk to have like a really, really hard root motion, you could change that to feet. And this blend right here, this loop match, is basically the blending in between each shape of the pose. So your roots transforms blending is slightly mismatched from what I was doing. And that's just because it's too dramatic of a shape change. So usually when you start an attack animation, you don't start from idle into the attack and then out of the attack. You start going into the attack and then the attack and then slightly coming back and then stop. You never go back to idle or standby. Standby, standby. But do everything from and based from standby. Or idle or flying, or sorry, jump standby or air standby. That's how Smash Bros. Does it. They have a really good explanation for it. Anyway, let me change the color of that damn gizmo because everything's going to be blue when I'm done with it. So we could probably just change it to red. Color to it red. So where is it? Lift. Color to it red. Right here. Go red, might make it red. Should just make the gizmo red. Excuse me. Elevator. Yeah, see now it's red. Yay, I like the red better because now I can see it. But excuse me. Now, what I recommend doing is we're also going to do trigger enters for like a dungeon or something like that. Trigger enters is how Fallout handles it and just change the scene. It's really easy to do. One thing I'm not very proficient with is UIs. UIs have always given me a headache. But that's like the last thing in Unity I need to get a really good grip on. So we do have a really good start already. We got all that. We got our working elevators. We got a nav mesh. Got some AI done. All pretty equivalent, I would say. What else? It's a matter of going back into Blender and getting some clothing and some assets. I think that would be really cool, man. It just feels natural when you're doing that for some reason. Next time you're playing a game that has a roll, try pressing shift and then space if you can do it. It actually kind of feels natural because if you think about it, if you do roll on your back and get like a little bit of a momentum up, you could really pop yourself up and go in for another roll. You know, kind of like a dual blended roll. I think that would be really, really cool. But that would have to be initiated in like a certain frame, you know? Like a certain amount of seconds after you press shift and then space and then shift again. So it'd probably have to be like within half a second. I think that would be the best method. Yeah, and we have a lock on too, which is, I'll get back over there and show you. There is a distance to it though, so I guess they say. And then you just press tab again to get out of it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we're getting along good. How's it going, man? Long time no see. Yeah, we're making good progress. Yeah, there's nothing in the level, but we're getting a lot of the programming done, man. Like we're on a really good path so far for just a week, I think. It's really nice. The character controller was pretty complex, but the cool thing about my character controller is that we can add as many attacks as we want right here with the combo triggers. Easy, man. So if I go to my animator, we can just keep adding more attacks as a chain. Just add them into the base of our inspector and our player, and boom, the attack just works. Oh yeah, and then we have to add another trigger for each attack. So like as you see over here, we'll add attack 4, add the attack 4 as a chain, same parameters. Add it in the inspector, and then we have an attack 4. We can even set a timer in between them as well, which is really nice. And if like attack 2 is interrupted, this other attack animation might happen, like a little stagger or backspin. You know, I always use things up blend tree. Always just use a blend tree, man. It's so easy. Every time you open Unity, just create a speed float, and then yeah, just add your walk and idle animation. You're pretty much good to, oh yeah, and then change this parameter to speed and you're done. Literally, that's it. You got an idle and walk. That thing used to give me headaches, man. This animator this was the scariest thing to me when I was first playing around in Unity. It still is kind of daunting. I've seen some animators that look so clean. I don't know how to get mine that clean. They have like curves in their points somehow. I can't do that. Well, that was a particle system here. It's supposed to be a sword swing effect. There is one on there. We'll play it on awake. Just see what happens. I did handle it by script to see if it would work. Somebody gave me, say, here, try this one. Yeah, I saw a particle to start, but what does it say at the bottom? Expired call or call stop. Particle system stop behavior. Stop emitting and clear to completely stop the system. Setting duration while the system is playing is not supported. Okay, yeah. So it's trying to trigger. I just don't think we have a proper particle going. And I know I have to have play on awake disabled. It's supposed to be like an air effect, like The Witcher. You know how this looks like air behind your sword when you're swinging it? Trust me when I say it adds a lot to your attacks. Your attacks look a lot heavier when you have a slight particle to it. What the fuck? Military's going crazy today, man, in Canada. Did you hear that on the news? Like, they might be going to war. Oh, God. Scary, dude. I wish you all the best. You guys in America, man. Jeez. It's getting bad, man. Don't believe anything you hear in the news, dude. I've been watching a lot of videos coming out of Israel and Iran. There's some big problems going on, man. North Korea is threatening to intervene. Like, woo! Russia's giving intel to Iran. Like, dude. Scary world we live in, man. This makes me wonder if I'm even wasting my time making a game, you know? It's just like, but I'll be damned now if I'm gonna die and not make a game, you know? It's like, let's get this done, guys. Excuse me while I smoke. I don't like to smoke on camera, just in case there's young kids, you know? So let me pause the camera quick, okay? And we'll get right down to business. Alright, so I do got some walls. Don't necessarily need a blender on at the moment. Get some clothing done another time. We can do the clothing tomorrow. Armor, so I'm gonna probably need a little touch of. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm on the basement machine. 960 is fucking. It's just a warning. is going on? Oh, yeah, sorry. New desktop, Unity stuff. Wall, stone wall. Cut in room wall. I guess we can just start with stone. Ooh, that's a terrible UV map. What in God's earth is that? What did I do? I can't even tell what this is. Okay. Odd. No, I did that in the new version of Blender to test it, just because they said they had new UV tools. They have a new UV feature in 5.2. You can download it on the Blender site now, the alpha. Yeah, that's weird to me. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that. But what we can easily do is just drag a concrete on. Something like that, and then we can just scale. Something like that, you know? It's pretty basic, and then what we can do is add another layer. We can add some damage to it. So this will go over top, so this might take a minute to load. And now we have some damage on it. See how we have this pitting on it? Let's stretch these cracks a little smaller. Something like that looks really good. Then what we can do is go blank mask. That way, anywhere we paint, have that markup on it. Could probably even paint in here, but we would need to go to brush and then tangent wrap to UV. You don't get any bleeding. Right across the edge. Here, here, up here. We'll add something else to that, like a stone of some kind. And then what we will do... Yeah, I gotta go on my other computer and get all my SBs. Oh, I love Substance, man. You'll love Substance. This is just not even a fraction of what you can get, man. Here's another fort wall that I had I wanted to try. Let's just try dropping it on as a layer. See what we can get. Kind of brighten things up. It's a nice normal map. It's a little much. Don't want them on the edges. Something like that, you know? You could even add a white mask to it. So now from the edges, we can just take all the cobble off. Do you know what? We don't even need the cobble. What am I doing? Let's take fort wall off. This is why I love Substance, man. Like, Substance is too cool, dude. And then what we can do is come into here, and then we can start painting other UVs. Oh, I gotta select a layer. And we have another layer. Find some other concrete, maybe even something like this. And this is another beauty. In case you don't see that, this is why I also love Substance, and this is another reason why it's an industry standard. So in Blender, I bound this all as one object, but it is two objects. It has two cubes on the top and the bottom. So one thing I can do is, if you notice, if I highlight over it, you can see that it detects them as separate objects. Now that's really cool. So this should just apply it to the sides. It's in the front too. Yeah, but I can add a black mask to it. You could easily just... Yeah, see how it doesn't bleed over? That's because we have the tangent wrap set to UV. See how it doesn't... Unless I go like way over it, and then it does. I love it's so good at detect. Look how far my brush is bleeding over on that. It's not actually painting the bleed. That's cool. Blender wishes it could do that. Look at that. That's flawless. Looks like a pretty good wall to me. Should be pretty good for testing, eh? What do you think? Yeah. So what we can now do is export. Choose this desktop, Unity stuff. Go new wall, stone black. Oop. Mother. There we go. Then we want Unity. Where's PBR? Metallic roughness. Export. Export. Done, done, done. See right here, we got our height map, normal map, metallic map, roughness, and base color. Boom, baby. That is it. That's why I love Substance. That's cool to me. That's really, really cool. Compared to Blender's an absolute freaking nightmare to get textures out of it. And it's going to look just like that. So I'm really happy. You know, like, that's cool. That's how easy it is to do things in Substance. Butter. Go to desktop. I need to go to the folder. I'm going to bring in DD. And then we're going to bring in that wall. Where's DD? So let's put that in the folder. Boom. Let's go here. Model. Conversion axis. Yeah, we don't have to extract anything. So we can do this really easy by just going to material. Clicking the material, and then over here, see we have a base map, metallic map, normal map, height map, occlusion. We have all our maps right here. So let's find our base color. Let's put that on base map. This is our height map. Yeah, that one always takes a minute. That gives all the love, baby. Okay, let's get our normal map. Let's get our metallic. Occlusion is our last map. Oh wait, we don't have occlusion. What am I doing? We don't even need that. Yeah, it came out nice though. See how there's a gloss? That's because of this. Could probably do is just drag that in there. See, dude, look at that, man. Isn't that sick? Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? That's the coolest thing in the world to me, man. That's what we got in Substance. That's what we have in Unity. It's perfect. It's perfect. Isn't that cool, man? Yeah, we can tweak the reflection and stuff in the settings, but like that's cool, man. Yeah, it's not supposed to have. We have one of the maps backwards. That's why, or we just need to take one of them out. I don't even think we don't even really need a metallic map in there anyway. So let's turn up our smoothness or down. There we go. Everything about game development is fun to me, dude. That's what I mean. I can do most things, you know. I can make assets. I can rig characters. IK anything. I can animate. I can do VFX, cameras. I could do the programming. You know, I could just do the whole thing. It's fun. I like these long process projects. It's like working on like a miniature project. You know? Yeah, but I'm really happy with the way this is going. Let me go see what that looks like in game. The blacks are a little hard. That's because we have ACS on. We'll have to tune some exposure settings. Ooh. Yeah, that looks really good. Blah. Then our elevator. What do you guys think, man? We're getting some good progress, dude. This wall is a lot bigger than I thought it was. But I just love Substance, dude. That's what I mean. Like, it's seriously, like, if you're pawn, they do have tons of free trials, man. And they have a lot of deals for Substance. You don't need, like, the suite of Substance, you know, because there's a lot of different Substance tools. Just get Substance Painter. It really is all you need. And you just watched me do everything you need to know about Substance, pretty much. Other than installing custom packs that you just get download for free off the internet, you know, like textures. We could have corrected this normal map a little bit right here. That's solely because of these cracks. We can even make the blocks bigger. Like, say, if we wanted to make, like, a castle road wall, we could even make bigger blocks, right? You can shift it around. Other textures on it. We could take our damage. Paint some medieval stone on it. Oh yeah, you do tech, man. You can do metal everything. So like, say we wanted a metal stone wall. Let's just drop that on. Look at it. Now we have a metal, and all of our textures are layered. And if you wanted to, you can change the layer order. So if we wanted to have that on the base and have that cool spikiness, that shape there from the metal as stone, we can do that as well. So let's move all our stone onto the top layer. And now we have that texture as stone, right? That's really cool to me. That's why I love Substance. And then you can go back, and there's the metal one, right? And then if you don't like it, you can delete it. Well, let's see what else there is. Oh yeah, they get the best skin textures, man. Alphas too, so if you have like stitches, you can add stitch. You can add images like right to your wall. So if you have like a banner, yeah, you can make them pop out and everything, man. Substance is a god tool, man. Here, I'll show you. This is just tab 1. This is just materials. There's smart materials too. Like these, see how these icons are completely different? Look at all the different colors. We even have like vector glass, so let's drop some vector, but see how those are just solid? Those are better, like you say, if I was adding gold to this and I wanted the gold border on the outside, we could add the gold armor to it. We're right click, we hit add black mask, and then we can go along the top of that edge wall. See, remember we have tangent wrap on, so it's going to keep it stable. It's not going to bleed over onto the rest of the wall. As long as it's separate, remember, we bound these in Blender as one object too. It's just detecting that they're separate meshes, and that's cool. It's really hard to paint like this if you're bleeding over onto this part. See how it's detecting? If I go over onto there, I could do that. But if I just over bleed on this, it just knows what I'm doing. I love tools like this. And that's the thing. A lot of people think Substance is scary and it takes a long time to learn. No, man, it was built to be easy. It's like Maya. A lot of people think Maya is super complicated. No, man, it's built to be pretty quite easy, actually. It's for interns to get a grip on, you know? Like, they have to get a grip on it, so of course they keep it. Like, look at these cool textures, dude. Yeah, you can increase the resolution if you want. You can bring our stone out. So now we have that texture on our stone. So forth. Pretty fun, eh? Yeah. So I'm just trying to think. I'm looking at my list here. What else do I need to check off for the night? To consider today progress. I think we got pretty much everything I wanted to do. I was trying to tackle the AI there, and we got that done relatively quickly. Now we just have to add an attack animation to it. So we'll do that tomorrow, and we'll get the enemies starting to kick some ass. I'll have a big war. I think it'll be fun to have like people getting launched from catapults or something. That's what we'll do. We'll make a catapult that launches. That'd be cool if we could put bodies in a catapult and fling them. We're gonna try to do that. We'll make like a gear or a motor or something. Excuse me. Yeah, but I think that's gonna solve it for tonight, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Don't be afraid to like and subscribe. We do this pretty much every day. So if you want to jump on tomorrow, learn some new things, do some more substance. We're gonna rig, do some armors, and get some enemy attacks, and then get them fighting back. So thank you.